In an industry obsessed with perfection, Agyness Deyn showed up messy, loud, and imperfect, and the world couldn't get enough. But just as fast as she rose, she vanished. Why would fashion's most iconic face disappear at the height of her career? Stick around, this isn't your typical model story.
I got spotted on the street. But they asked me if I was a model, and I was like, no. But then I started traveling the world.
Deyn was scouted while shopping with Henry Holland, her gay best friend, whom she'd visited in London. She was born in Littleborough in Greater Manchester. Her parents were divorced, and she lived with her mother, who was a nurse. Her real name is actually Agnes. She took up the name Agyness for aesthetics to fit her modeling profile.
It depends on my mood. I kind of like a little bit punky, but then sometimes a little bit more feminine. Just like throw whatever.
From the age of 13, Deyn had short hair, and at 17, she had completely shaved her head. She had an eye for fashion. This expressiveness from a young age can be seen throughout her modeling career. One thing was clear about Deyn: she was all about this life. At 16, she won the Rossendale Free Press Face of '99 competition. 2 years later, she'd be scouted while shopping in London. Little did she know the world would make her the new Kate Moss. At 19, she was in high demand in London, but there was one small problem. The pay was really bad, and it was mostly for editorial work. In an interview, Deyn said that she had to take on bar jobs to make ends meet. Her career took off when she moved to New York. Her London agency, Select Model Management, had sent her to New York for a shoot. But during this trip, Katie Grant spotted her at a cafe and asked who her agent in New York was, and she didn't have any. So Katie Grant introduced her to a DNA agency in New York, and when her agency back in London heard this, they fired her. Let's just say they saw the breakup coming. Her big break came in 2006 when she started landing major campaigns. We are talking about Reebok, Burberry, and Armani. She would later add more major brands to her portfolio. That porcelain skin, enviable legs, and gorgeous pixie cut made her one of the most sought-after ad models. She was wild and unpredictable. Photographers couldn't get enough of her. She could smoothly switch from casual street style to high fashion. Plus, her willingness to embrace that unconventional beauty when the world was still stuck with different beauty standards made her stand out. Another highlight of her career is her feature on American Vogue for The World's Next Top Models, alongside big names like Sasha Pivovarova, Doutzen Kroes, and Raquel Zimmerman. Throughout her career, she's gone on to be on the covers of UK Vogue, Vogue Italia, the Sunday Times Style, Time, Style and Life, and the Observer Woman supplement. Now, when it comes to runways, Deyn dominated this area. We are talking about Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana, Burberry, Moschino, Versace, Yves Saint Laurent, and Tommy Hilfiger. I bet there is no big name in fashion in the 2000s era that never worked with this remarkable beauty. When I saw her advertisement for Jean-Paul Gaultier's fragrance Madame, I could almost feel its scent. That's how good she is. I can't explain it. You just have to watch it yourself. And that's why she was the face of so many other fragrances. She even replaced Angelina Jolie in Jean-Paul Gaultier's fragrance Shiseido. She also modeled for Burberry and New Look fragrances. After a good 10 years in the industry, Deyn decided to retire in 2012. In an interview with The Independent, she said that she had already stepped away from modeling for a while. She said that her feelings towards the industry had changed about 4 years prior. It's not like she had started to hate it, but she just felt like it was time for her next move. And that is why she decided to get serious with her acting career. Like many other models, Deyn comes out of hiding to make appearances. But mainly her life is private. For instance, in 2015, she was on the Yves Saint Laurent runway. Later, in 2019 and 2024, she walked the runway for Burberry. Deyn didn't take her acting career as just another side quest. She really had a passion for it. She even attended Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute in New York. She didn't leave the modeling industry because she wasn't in demand anymore. She was looking for change and a different kind of fulfillment. And true to this, she didn't just take up simple side roles. She chose difficult characters. In fact, in one of her first movies, Pusher, she had to follow a strip dancer to get into character for the character Flo, the girlfriend of the main character, who was a drug dealer. The strippers at the club she was training at nicknamed her Bambi. In 2014, Deyn shocked fans again with her extraordinary acting skills in the 2014 movie Electricity. This was a deeply emotional role where she played a woman who was epileptic and had embarked on a journey to find her missing brother. She wasn't eye candy in this movie. Instead, she was supposed to bring the emotion, the rawness, and make it personal. In an interview, she said that the role was not just a job for her, it was a project that had challenged her soul. Her character, Lily O'Connor, would experience seizures that would make her have hallucinations. In the movie, she did not just act out the seizures, she demonstrated a deep understanding of people going through something similar. To prepare for the role, she studied and interacted with epileptic patients a lot. Those were not the only appearances she made in the film industry. In 2015, she was in the movie Sunset Song, playing the character of a young woman in 20th century Scotland. She had to learn the Scottish accent and even farm work. Yet again, she cemented herself as a serious actress. Deyn has gotten supporting roles in other films, such as The White King, which was released in 2016, and also others in 2018, such as Hard Sun, Her Smell, Patient Zero, and Close My Heart in 2019. We can say Deyn was a jack of all trades because she also got into music. Her music career was more of a side quest. Remember Tyra Banks' failed music career? Yeah, it was something similar. In 2008, she provided the vocals for the single Who by 5 O'Clock Heroes, which rose to number 109 in the UK charts.
Take it too seriously, to have other interests, like your music, your DJing, just do like a bit of everything.
Deyn was also a part of the music band Lucky Knitwear, but this was mostly as a hobby, as the group never got mainstream recognition. Something many people don't know about Deyn is her voice at the beginning of Rihanna's music video for the rock song We Found Love. Besides that, Deyn loved hanging with celebrities and even dated Albert Hammond Jr. of The Strokes. When Deyn was new to the industry, she lied about her age. She said she was 12, while in fact she was 18. While many criticized her for it, she had good reasons behind it. You see, she was scouted at 18, which is considerably older compared to other models. Take, for example, Brandy Quinones, who was scouted at just 14. The industry was after younger girls, and Deyn knew this all too well. She knew she never stood a chance of becoming a new face, and so she lied. You know when she finally revealed the truth? At the end of her career in 2012. Yeah, she dropped the bombshell and left us to deal with it. Now, around the same time she was retiring in 2012, she was also getting married to Giovanni Ribisi, an American actor. They were married for 3 years. In 2016, Deyn decided to try marriage for the second time with hedge fund marketer Joel McAndrew. During her modeling days, she dated musicians and actors such as Albert Hammond Jr., Alex Greenwald, and Miles Kane. Apart from the age thing, Deyn was not one for controversy. People loved her. In fact, in 2008, BBC Newsbeat named her the most annoying person. It was a humorous way of saying you'll see her everywhere you look, from magazines, interviews, runways, and campaigns. And that is the story of Agyness Deyn. She defied the standards. She came to work, and she was having fun with it. She dominated the 2000s runway and debuted her acting career. She was strategic, she was smart, and most of all, she was fabulous.